straight out of bed with Jeff Mudflap and the Gang on 96.3 KLLL. This is KLLL.
It was
Friday.
What a week. God, a crazy week. Man, it's a busy week. I don't know what it is. I'm trying to get done everything I got to do before I go, because I'm on vacation the week, like it's after 4th of July. So everything I'm doing is geared towards trying to get everything situated so I can actually be gone for a little bit, and take a little break during the summer. Not that this is totally strenuous here, what I do.
It's
the day job. It's the day job
Yeah.
part. No, we've been running a little shorthanded here lately. Honestly, Mudflap's been out. JT, who is on afternoons, he has been out. His mom passed away, and so he's been dealing with a lot of just family things, and so we've been covering for him. And we just had there's been a lot of things. I think Kanaya's, she's been out for a few days here and there, and so we just got a lot of people coming and going here lately. So it's been kind of chaotic around here.
Yeah, you've had a pretty solid 3 people that you've just hello.
Yeah.
I'll do it.
But anyway, it just seems like this week has been a whirlwind, and it's just been so much, and just like, oh, man. So I'm like, is it really Friday? I woke up this morning, I was like, oh, it's Friday, and then wait, no, I think it's only Thursday. Don't get excited. And I didn't really know what day it was. I was like, it's either Thursday or Friday. You've had a busy week when you can only narrow it down to a couple of possibilities. I mean, that's a busy week,
It always surprises me. It never fails that there's not just one busy day of the week. You usually have 5 solid.
Right.
So it's like the whole week was a doozy.
Yeah, it was something else. But you're right. We made it to Friday, so that's good. So coming up this morning, we'll put in some of the new stuff that's come out. We always play around 8:20 the Friday morning music playlist, and then man, what's my problem this morning? Lay off the smokes, man.
I thought Mudflap took his candy cigs with him.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah. Oh boy, jonesing for one. Now, but we've got, believe it or not, there is a new song from Shania Twain this morning. It's Shania Twain with Tanya Tucker. And it's called Little Miss Twain. I haven't even listened to it yet.
Little Miss Twain?
Little Miss Twain, yeah. And they're just, I'm curious. In fact, I think I'm so curious that I don't think I can wait any longer. So I think we're going to play this right now. But there's that, and then Cody Johnson's new album has dropped today, and there's some good songs on there. It's so good. I got a chance on my way to work this morning. I was sitting there, listening to every song, like the first 30 or 40 seconds of every single song, and I was like, oh man. There's one with Shooting the Bull with Luke Combs. We'll get to that one this morning. That's pretty good. And then there's a really good one that, like I said, I didn't get a chance to listen all the way through any song, really, but I heard enough of a song called Every Man that I was like, oh my gosh. As a guy, you listen to this one, it's really, it's good. It's really good. Maybe it's just a guy song. I don't know.
Well, I feel like Cody Johnson
does
does a great job connecting to men.
Yeah.
Like through his lyrics and
yeah.
I mean, he's a man's man.
Right, yeah. And it just so listening to this song this morning on my way to work. I mean, that one I did listen all the way through. That was the one that just captivated me, I guess. And so I was like, wow, it's really good. So, but I think it is definitely a man song, I don't know. I don't know. It'd be interesting to see if you hear it, what you think, if you go, yeah, I can't really connect with that. But it's good. All right, so here we go. Let's see what this is all about. It's called Little Miss Twain, and it's Shania Twain featuring the great Tanya Tucker. And Tanya Tucker. I was okay. Look, this is like KLLL music meeting time. We're really letting you behind the curtain, listening to a song for the first time. Get your thoughts. What do you think? It's 806-900-9630. I don't know. I'll be interested to see what the gang thinks. Larry the Burrito guy said it's got an old classic country sound. I like it. Okay, that's cool. So just let us know what you think. Everybody's got a different opinion. That's what's so great about listening to music, and that's why. I mean, I got this morning. I literally have not heard that song until we just played it on the air, and there's parts of me. There's parts of the song where I was like, well, okay. But I don't know. What did you think? Okay,
so Melanie T texted in and said, I'll pass, and I'm going to say I'm on Melanie's train. And honestly, y'all know that 90s is my favorite. 90s country is absolutely my favorite. So that Shania Twain, and then hearing that song, what is happening? I don't know. It's just not what I was hoping for, maybe. JoJo didn't care for it.
Yeah.
Miss Lisa said thumbs down. Ah.
No, it's KLLL music meeting time here, and I really need to know. Because, she's been doing shows. She's done shows in Vegas. Yeah, Randy, Too Slow for Radio. Yeah. It just, it was not very good. I think the consensus overall is, no, don't be really jazzy. Not very good. Yeah, what's it? Old Man Steven is a huge Shania and Tanya fan. Yeah. I don't like it. Disappointed. Yeah, I am too. I thought Shania Twain and Tanya Tucker. I mean, Tanya Tucker is like a West Texas legend. I mean, Denver City, Seminole. I mean, she's from this part of the world, and she was one of the all-time great female vocalists. And I thought, gosh, man, to get the two of them together, I was like, this might be kind of cool. But I literally had not heard it, which is dangerous, because to put something on the radio without even listening to it, I mean, I was working without a net there, I admit. And I got to tell you, after listening to it, there were some parts where I was like, okay, maybe it's not that bad. But overall, if I was on American Idol, it would have been like, no, dog, this ain't happening, I don't know, man. God, that was weird.
The start is, I'm sure it does. Whenever I just strip the, the music part away and just listen to the lyrics, it does have I think it has a good story, probably.
See, it's one of those songs to me that, it tells her story. I mean, she grew up in Canada, and she was playing in bars when she was a little kid, and she played that giant acoustic guitar, and her mom really was, I'm sure, her biggest fan. I mean, parents are always the biggest fan of their kids, and oh my gosh, you're going to be big. And she wasn't wrong. I mean, Tanya Tucker made it, Shania Twain made it big. I mean, she really did. But, gosh, I don't know, man. I don't know. I was sort of, it wasn't what I was expecting. I'll just put it that way.
Milkman said, we all age, Katie Jo. I said, yes, I know, but some more gracefully than others.
Oh, man. Yeah, that's interesting. All right. Well, I don't know. That may be a one and done.
Do you think Tanya Tucker heard that and was like, I shouldn't have signed up for that? Can I say that?
Because you know what happens? Because all these artists these days, with the way the technology is, they very rarely do artists get in the studio together and record songs. They do it in separate studios somewhere. Somebody's out on the West Coast. Someone's in Nashville. They do their parts. Then they send it. They probably email it, and then they put it in the computer and they mix everything down. I mean, very rarely do people actually sing in the studio together. So I doubt seriously, I'd be shocked if Shania and Tanya Tucker were in the same studio working on that song. It was probably Shania went through she did her thing, and then they sent it to Tanya Tucker and said, here, send your parts on this and we'll put it together. And, at this point, I don't know what Tanya Tucker really cares. I mean, she's probably like, yeah, whatever, Shania Twain, heck, she was my, she looked up to me. I'll be a part of it. I mean, what's she got to lose at this point?
Right.
She's done everything for years, And, but it also has that feeling of Shania Twain turns that into a record company and goes, listen, I have got something amazing for you here. This is an autobiographical story. This is my life. I have Tanya Tucker, a country music legend, singing with me. This is going to kill it, and I want you guys to listen to it. I'm so proud of this. I may be prouder of this than any music of my career. All right, Shania, bring it in. Let's see what you got. They're all sitting around the boardroom, and somebody hits play, and that comes on, and about 20 seconds in, there's people, everybody's got their head down, kind of looking at the desk or looking at the table they're sitting at, and they start looking around each other, kind of side-eye, like
what we were doing?
Yeah, exactly. Like, what do you think? I don't know, man. Jeez. And it gets through, and there's silence. The song ends, and there's silence. And she's like, well, what do you think? Well, I mean, Shania, I mean, you're, clearly you're, clearly you're a legend. I mean, you done amazing. You broke records. You've been, and that is a record. That's wow. What do you guys think? Oh, well, I mean, it was. Yeah, what do you think? Nobody wanted to say anything.
No.
Nobody had the courage to go, listen, Shania, not feeling it. I don't think that's the one.
No.
I mean, they probably just were like, yeah, whatever. Just, yeah, that's great. And then she leaves and they go, all right, look, we committed to this.
What do we do now?
We're going to have to throw it out there and let's just see what happens. Let the world decide. That's how I envision that whole thing going down. I don't know. I may be wrong, but we shall see.
Whiskey Jesse liked it. He
Okay.
said, "Give her a break. I like it," but he's the only one so far.
Well, Whiskey Jesse. I mean, come on, Whiskey Jesse. Maybe you need more whiskey when you listen to this one. I don't know. No, I just think that look, that's why sometimes I like doing this, just playing these songs without hearing them. I like to just throw it on there and go for it. That's very dangerous. And in radio, the higher ups will say things. Oh, don't ever do that. Well, we don't need to be doing that. I might get in trouble for that. But it's interesting just to listen to it and see what everybody thinks.
It's interesting to hear everybody's first initial response.
Yeah.
And that's great. Jeremy Smith says, back to the drawing board. Shania, it's not you, it's me.
Carl, that's one hell of an imagination and story. Thank you, Carl. It's just how I envisioned that going down, you know. DJ Luigi, 86 it. All right, look, I think that I feel like the percentages on hate versus like is about the same as innies versus outies yesterday on the show. We had almost 100% out or innies on our show when it was belly button day or whatever it was yesterday. And I feel like it's almost the same percentage of don't really care for that song. Mike, you read this?
Mike texted in and said, Shania, that don't impress me much.
That's a good one. All right. Well, you know what? There you go. At least you can say, hey, I heard the new Shania Twain with Tanya Tucker, and wow, I don't know. All right. So, that's also a file of that. Just because you can doesn't mean you should. You know?
Right. That is the thing.
Yeah.
Like whenever, just because you can doesn't mean you should. Hang it up while it's still all of the memories that everyone has of you are top notch.
I will tell you this, though. The new Cody Johnson that is out, we'll play some of that this morning. I guarantee you it's going to be better than that probably. So, I mean, I feel very confident about that.
I can't wait.
No probably
I
about
don't have a doubt about that with Cody Johnson.
Cody Johnson's awesome. All right, yeah, his new album's out. So we'll play a few things from that coming up this morning here in just a bit.
This is KLLL, Jeff Mudflap and the Gang.
96.3 KLLL.
It didn't hit me, really, I didn't think. I don't think I liked it very much.
No, it didn't really catch me either.
And Jeremy had a
yes.
had
Let
a
me
great,
see here.
Great comment there this
Let
morning on
me
the Sonic text line. There he goes.
So
yeah.
Jeremy asked if you had to play Grandma Got Run Over by a Reindeer once a week or the Shania Little Miss Twain, which one would you choose?
Y'all know how much I hate Grandma Got Run Over by a Reindeer. I mean, that is a song that I just, it pains me to even consider playing that song. But I would play that. Honestly, I think, man, that's a great question because I really considered it there for the last couple of minutes after that came in. I thought, okay, I really need to think about this. But I do think that I would be willing to play Grandma Got Run Over by a Reindeer once a week rather than play that song once a week, the Shania Twain song. And the reasons are many, because I think that if I had to make a choice, at least Grandma Got Run Over by the Reindeer is an up-tempo song, and it may be hated by many people, but it is loved by many people. It's up-tempo. It at least makes a statement of something wacky and crazy is happening here. Why are they playing this song once a week, every week? It would spark conversation. I could talk about it, defend it. But if I had to play that Shania Twain song once a week, I think I would go, I wouldn't be able to even, people would hear it and go, why do they play that once a week? I don't get it. And then they would probably not listen to us anymore. So the upside of Grandma Got Run Over by Reindeer once a week is much bigger than I think that Shania. That's just, that's
a great question, Jeremy.
That is.
My favorite country artist is probably George Strait.
My favorite artist of all time is George Strait.
Hi, this is George Strait.
Here at 96.3 KLLL, we know how much you love the King of Country.
They call me the fireman.
That's why we're dedicating a full hour to the one and only George Strait.
I'm here for a good time.
Join us every Sunday night from 8 to 9 as we celebrate the legend with an entire hour of his timeless music. It's an hour of classics from the man who helped define country music. Hear it all with Straight at 8, exclusively on 96.3 KLLL. Jeff, Mudflap, and the Gang.
Missing you in the morning.
96.3 KLLL.
Long week. It was a short week and it was a long week. We joked earlier. It was like the best of times. It was the worst of times. It's been a crazy week around here. But yeah, here we go. It is Friday. A lot of storms happened last night. Katie Jo is having to make the coffee, by the way, because, Mudflap is not here and she's making coffee and she'll be in here in a minute. But Mudflap should be back on Monday. That's the plan. So hopefully he makes it back. Yeah, we've been a little shorthanded around KLLL here for the last few weeks. You may have noticed. I mean, obviously in the mornings, Mudflap hadn't been here. It's been a little quieter and all, but we're expecting him back Monday. But also in the afternoons, our friend JT, he has been dealing with his mom passed away after a long illness, and he's been just out for a few weeks taking care of her, the situation there. I mean, he had gone to take care of her in her last days. And then she passed away, and then he's been trying to help his dad just get things in order, and it's been quite just a lot of things for him. So he's been out too, but he'll be back probably I think the week after Mudflap. So eventually we'll be back to full strength here. It appears. Of course, then I'll be on vacation, and so I don't know. It'll be crazy this summer. It's a lot of coming and going, but. Let's see. What do we got going this morning? We have new Cody Johnson. His new album dropped this morning, and it's really good. If you love Cody Johnson, I don't think you'll be disappointed in this one. It's got lots of just good traditional sounding country, and it's got it's got the whole range of Cody Johnson. So I think you'll like that one. There's a duet on there he does with Brothers Johnson. Brothers Johnson. That's like the 70s. Brothers Johnson, Strawberry Alarm Clock 23 or whatever. No, Brothers Osborne. Let's see here. What else is on there? Okay, then there's one with Luke Combs as well, and we'll play that one coming up this morning. And there's a song called Everyman that is just, I don't know. I listened to it on my way in this morning, and I thought, man, what a great guy song. Just kind of a story of life type song that you listen to, and you go, wow, man, that kind of sums it up. I like that one. I thought it was really good. So we'll play that coming up as well. I don't see us playing the new that new Shania Tanya Tucker thing though.
No,
anytime
I think
soon.
you
We
can
played that. Yeah,
take that one off. The gang agrees.
Yeah, I think the gang wasn't into that. So I thought that was disappointing. But all right. So welcome back. I told everybody you were making coffee since Mudflap isn't here to make the coffee. So thank you for doing that. We did have like some storms go through the area last night. I don't know that I got much at my house last night, but I did hear some thunder. But you got a pretty bad at your place, didn't you?
We did. Our electricity went out, so I woke up. I mean, I obviously slept through the storm, but I woke up because it was hot. Our AC and everything had gone off.
Oh, no.
But Daniel Sprays, he's with Pro Agra, and so one of the guys out of Slayton sent a text in our group text and said that they reached 110-mile-per-hour winds. And he sent a picture of the windsock at the airport and was like, we got it.
110?
Yes.
I think hurricane force is considered like anything over 80, I think. I don't know. You have to look that up. I'm no meteorologist, but yeah, that 110, that is unreal.
Okay, winds blowing at 110 mile per hour fall into Category 2 on the hurricane wind scale.
Wow.
So structural damage, it can cause major roof and siding damage to well-constructed framed homes.
Dang. Yeah, no, I didn't get anything like that at my house last night, thankfully.
That can uproot trees that can uproot a tree.
Okay. So, yeah, if you had any damage or anything, golly, that's 110. Wow.
If you're looking for a trampoline, just drive through Slayton. You can grab one.
Your kids have a trampoline?
They did.
Oh, yeah. We lost it last night.
Yes, the farmer across the field from us at our old house, he had probably had that trampoline in his field multiple times, so we finally just did away with it.
Yeah, I always wanted a trampoline when I was a kid. I never got a trampoline. I think the closest thing I ever got to a trampoline when I was a little kid was I got this thing. It was like a, oh man, I have no idea what they called it. I'm sure it had some clever name. But it was basically like a tire inner tube with like a trampoline thing kind of over it. I mean, the inner tube, it was the circle, and then you could jump in the middle of it, and it sort of acted as a trampoline, but
so
you
never
couldn't.
had a real trampoline?
No, I never had a real trampoline. I was.
I think you're the first
sad
human I've
life,
met
yeah.
that didn't
Really?
have. Yeah.
Wow, it feels
I
even
do.
worse now.
I know. I feel like you missed out on some of your childhood.
Man, when my mom hears this, she's going to be feeling really bad.
I mean,
it's
I know
okay,
that's
Mom,
not
don't
true.
worry.
It is fine. I mean,
No, I didn't have a trampoline. I never did. But I remember I had that thing, and I hadn't thought about that until this very moment. And I just remember being kind of like, well, yeah, I guess I can kind of jump on it, but I can't do flips on it. I mean, like I was going to do flips on anything, but I just always thought how cool it'd be to have a trampoline to be able to do that. But I never did have one. But my I guess when my boys were probably about 8 and 4, 10 and 5, so
Yeah.
10, 6 in that age range, we did have a trampoline when we lived in Oklahoma. Now having a trampoline in Oklahoma was pretty dicey too, because storm season up there got pretty crazy as well. But we did have one in our backyard. It was a full on big great trampoline. My dream finally as an adult, I was like, man, we got a trampoline, yes. Awesome. And I'd go out there and jump on it sometimes. And then sometimes I'd be like, I'm a grown man jumping on a trampoline. I don't know.
it never gets old. I still go to the trampoline park with my kids, and there's just a little urge that, you have to do it.
So you still jump on the trampoline? Can you do flips and things?
Yes, but now I'm seeing the gang. I need to tell my parents, thank you.
Yeah, see, a lot of people didn't have one. I wasn't the only
Derek
person,
W,
right?
Chad, let's see.
Angie, Jeff was a
Carl?
good 10.
Yeah, he said tents didn't jump on trampolines. Oh, wow. Jamie said that her dad told them they could have one if they paid for half of it. So her and her sister paid for half of it and got a trampoline.
Man, that's a great moment when you're a kid. Really? Fine. Okay. Done. Boom. Here's our allowance we saved. Get us a trampoline. Oh, I was just kidding. Yeah, that's funny.
Wow, I have had such a misconception of trampolines because a lot of people did not have them. Jama didn't have one. Dawn didn't have one.
Yeah, see, so I wasn't the only one.
No.
Okay, I feel better now. Wow.
Now
yeah,
I'm the
Jesse
outcast.
didn't have one. See, look at that. There's a lot of people that didn't have trampolines.
I know. Wow.
Yeah, I always wanted one. I'm trying to remember if any of my friends in my neighborhood, because there was a lot of kids my same age in my neighborhood growing up, and between all of us, we had all kinds of stuff. But I don't think. I'm trying to think. There was these two brothers that lived down the street from me, and they were the kind of guys that had like rock fights, and they'd shoot each other with BB guns and stuff like that. And I think there was a time that maybe they had a trampoline. I think they did. So we probably jumped on that some. But no, I never had one. So. But that's why I got my boys one, because I always wanted one. So I was like, man, I'm an adult. I can get a trampoline now. And so they had one. But luckily, it never, blew over the fence and, so that was good.
Man, we had two I remember growing up and going to Rotan, and we had two. One was in the front yard of my grandmother's house and in the backyard, but there was a tree, and you could crawl up in the tree and then jump out onto the trampoline. And so now, I mean, there's no chance I'm putting a trampoline under a tree for my kids, but it was so fun.
Right, yeah. Yeah, that's the kind of stuff. But see, I was so stupid that I used to jump off the house just on the ground. I mean, we'd jump off the roof just to show that we could do it. And we didn't have a trampoline, so we'd just jump off the house. Hey, watch this, man. You think I can jump off the house? And we'd jump off the house. If I jumped off of a house now, it'd be an ambulance
It'd be
run.
bad.
It really would. You break your
You would
ankles.
really do that? You would really jump?
Yeah, I wouldn't. Well, I wouldn't do it now. But
No,
when I
but
was a kid,
even-
oh yeah, heck yeah.
Did your mom know that?
It's highly likely she didn't know that. So
She probably would have bought you a trampoline.
right? She probably would have. Man, that's what I should have done. If you don't buy me a trampoline, I'm jumping off the house and risking terrible injuries, hospital bills. That could have done it. Man, that would have been some great leverage right there. No, I just did it for fun. You never jumped off of a roof? Just jumped off onto the ground?
Okay, so we had a house that had a pool that was close to the roof.
Yeah.
And it was our second house that Daniel and I moved into when we were married. And we had a cookout and everything. And I'm thinking, we're all adults now. This is great. We're going to have a leisurely day by the pool. Went in to get burgers or something and come out. And I have two older brothers. They were up on the roof. I mean, and my kid, Bennett, was like 3 at the time. And it was just a horrible example to set. But I think that never goes away.
That's Lovey said jumping off the house was the start to all my knee problems.
So Lovey jumped off the house too?
See, I think a lot of guys do, Yeah, Derek,
And
I jumped
what
off roofs
in
too.
the world?
It's just something that you do. When you're a boy, you find things to do. It goes back to that thing. We've talked about this many times over the years. When you're a young guy, you're anywhere from, 8 years old to maybe 10, especially like 8 to 10. I mean, there's just a time in there you start doing things because you think that girls are going to be impressed with those things. And that's where, we used to set up ramps and jump our bikes over at ramps. I'd have everybody in the neighborhood come lay down in front of the ramp, and I would get down the street and get as much speed as I could, and I'd jump them all on the ramp. And they were actually in a dangerous situation, too, because if something went wrong, I'd land right on them, and there could have been lots of injuries. But it was always that kind of stuff. Hey, you want to watch me jump off of a roof? And girls usually were like, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay, watch this. You jump off a roof, and they're like, yeah, boys are weird. I mean, but for some reason, when you're a kid that age, and your boys are right there at that age.
You guys are unlocking a new fear.
Yes, I mean, I'm telling you, they're going to be doing things like that to impress girls. And it's just that no guy at that age understands that the girls are not really impressed by that kind of stuff. Did you ever any guy do something like that for you, and you're like, oh, man, wow.
Do you want to know what the talk is in the girl circle when y'all were out doing that? Or do you want to live with the memory of...
Yeah, I'd like to live with the legendary memories of all the things I did to impress the ladies, but I feel it's important maybe you do share.
That's when you just check off the list of, common sense shortage.
So y'all weren't sitting around going, wait, did you see what Jeff did today? He jumped off the roof. He's so brave. It wasn't that?
I want to know who came up with, oh, yeah, chicks will think that's hot. They'll love that. They'll go crazy for it.
Other guys, probably.
Yeah, for sure.
But I'm telling you, that's just the way it is. And your boys are going to be doing, I promise you, they're going to be doing things like that because they want to impress a girl. So what would girls say? Y'all weren't impressed with that kind of stuff?
No. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'm over speaking for the gang and the girls in it. So, gang, please weigh in and tell me what you think. But, here's my mom. My brother convinced my sister and I to, so my mom jumped off a roof? She said, my brother convinced my sister and I to jump off of the roof holding umbrellas. He said it would be like Mary Poppins.
Listen, that's funny because there's a part of me, you talk about unlocking memories and fears and things. Oh, my gosh. I know there was some point in my life where I thought that might be possible. Like it was like a parachute. Like I wanted to jump off the roof with some type of parachute apparatus, yeah. and I can remember the thought process being, well, an umbrella in a way looks like a parachute. If I hold on to that and I jump off with that, that's like a parachute. I don't know if I ever tried that. So your mom actually tried that. Wow, that's impressive. That is really good. Does that surprise you about Pam Pam?
It does. It does. It really, really does. But my uncle is extremely convincing.
Hey, Lovey, just remind, you're exactly right, Lovey. The song by Chris Cagle, the Chicks Dig It. Do you remember that song?
Oh, absolutely. And that song definitely contributed to.
Yeah, that song sums it up right there. You do all those things because the chicks dig it. But the other part of that song, there should have been another verse of, hey, the chicks didn't really care. I haven't heard that song in a long time. Maybe it says that, but that is a funny song to capture that. Yeah, hey, y'all, watch this. All right. No, he's exactly right.
That is so funny.
All right.
It also, JR has a very good point. Okay, do you remember that show with Johnny Knoxville?
Yeah, Jackass?
Yeah. That was, I do remember my brothers being like, well, they did it on TV.
Yeah, see, that show right there probably summed up the stupidity of men more than any other show ever.
I did love watching it, though. They did some funny stuff.
Okay, see?
So yeah, but I don't know what makes that funny.
You have now made the case for every guy. Because, see, somewhere deep within, you're like, I do find that kind of hot.
But I guess you're like, is that really the man that's going to be paying all of our bills and taking care of the yard and taking the trash out so that I don't have to complain? The answer to that's no.
Okay. All right, that's. I think maybe we have gotten to the bottom of the whole situation here. So yeah, okay. Well, that's good, man. Y'all keep weighing in on that. That's funny. We're getting some good texts this morning. Try to share some more of those. All right, 7:17. We got Katie Joe Small Town shout out coming up. Birthdays for the weekend, and we'll be playing the 1 second song later after 8 o'clock this.